Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 31 of the Fergie Way with me, Teach FM. And in today's episode, we have a massive live com against Arsenal. It's a top of the table clash, so we'll run the intro and I'll see you on the other side. So there is a little bit of news, guys. We've had a departure from the club, and although you may have been worried it was a player, it wasn't. It was Rio Ferdinand. Swindon Town came knocking, asking Ferdinand if they'd like to come and manage them. I had the opportunity to stand in his way and thought to myself, well, no, it's good for the coaches as well to move on to get jobs, because although we have decided this is the second season, if of course you guys all hit the comment section and say, no, you've got to carry it on, it would be quite good to come up against Rio Ferdinand in the future if we were to carry the save on. As we can see, Swindon Town, 11th in the Sky Bet League 1. Not having the best of starts, needless to say, that's why they've approached Rio to become their new manager, and hopefully he can go there and do a good job for them. And following on from our qualification in the Champions League, guys, we did get a good tie in the Champions League. We managed to get Juventus, which I relish. We want to be playing the big teams. We want to be pushed. We want to be challenged because it's not quite happening in the Premier League. So playing the big teams is a good thing to do. Of course, Paul Pogba, facing his old team, should be good games. They'll definitely get live com guys in the upcoming episodes. And the only other little bit of, news, we can call it news if we want, is the fact that I'm still very much torn on whether to go for Romagnoli. I have now had him 100% fully scouted. We'll take a look. So the scouts have come back, and it was Jim Lawler, who does have 18 judging ability and 20 judging potential, and he's only calling him a good signing. Now, the cons being that he'd have to learn the language, which is fine, and has a competitive streak which can lead him to be booked or sent off. But the pluses, oh my, the pluses. I mean, check them out. I mean, I'm not going to go through them all. In fact, I'm not going to go through any of them. The fact that, of course, we spoke about money in FM17, and when you're a big club, signings are going to cost you a lot of wonga. But being available for 42 million is a plus side for Manchester United. His wages wouldn't be too bad at around about £86,000 to £91,000 a week, and would be a leading player for most Premier League sides, which is what we'd expect to see with a wonder kid signing. And if we go back to his attributes, I mean, you can see it already. The lad's going to be a star. I just don't know whether I'm going to make the move. I just thought I'd mention it again because now he's 100% scouted. We are only 7 or 8 days away from January, so if I'm going to do something about it, I'll have to act fast, because if I don't, I'm pretty sure somebody else will. If we look at the schedule, guys, our last live com in the last episode was against Borussia Dortmund, in which we won 4-2, which was a grand result considering we were playing a lot of the second string players. We then had 3 games to play between that episode and this episode, and they were all in the Premier League. We had away to Hull, in which we won 2-0. Martial and Fosu Mensah getting on the score sheet there. It was a relatively drab game, I'll be brutally honest. The difference being Mensah's goal, which was around about 25 yards out, and it was a bit of a wonder strike. I wouldn't say it was a worldie, but it was a cracking goal from one of our youngsters. We then took the visit of Swansea. We won 1-0. Smalling getting on the score sheet yet again. It was from a corner. He rose above everybody, nodded it into the back post. And other than that, I mean, we dominated them, absolutely dominated them. In fact, I think they didn't register a single shot from memory. We ran out 1-0 winners and an easy 3 points, it has to be said. And in the final game, guys, was Newcastle. Now, one thing I want to say here is former Red, Brian McClare, did single out Zlatan Ibrahimovic as our weakest link. Yeah. So as you can imagine, Zlatan got his start that game. And when I told the rest of the squad, carry on where you've left off, or give the media something to shout about, they've been backing you up, blah, 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 I singled out Zlatan and said, Zlatan, I have faith in your ability. Don't listen to Brian McClare. I have faith in your ability. And in 2.5 minutes, Zlatan scored a goal. He then proceeded to score another 2, getting himself a hat-trick. And in truth, the own goal by Sells, the Newcastle goalkeeper, was off a Zlatan shot that come back off the post, hit him in the face and went in. So in my book, Zlatan scored 4 goals that game. Shove it up you, Brian McClare. Get it. Scored 4 goals in that game. Get it up you, Brian McClare. So that leads us to today's live com against Arsenal. But one thing we've not done in quite a while is take a quick look at the Premier League. And when you consider that we are only in mid to late December, I look at the Premier League and say, shambles. We're playing well, but I would like to get challenged a little bit more, and I've tried to play a lot more of the youngsters to bring a bit more of a challenge into the games. But at the moment, once again, we are running undefeated in 18 games. Maybe not as prolific goal scoring as last year, but nonetheless, we are doing well, having only dropped 2 points earlier on in the season. Arsenal are second in the table and they're 12 points adrift, and then Tottenham are 5 points adrift off them. If we're looking for anything that's maybe a little bit odd this year, I suppose you could say Chelsea in 14th in the league, running serious issues down there at the bridge. We obviously played them in a live com earlier on in the season, but yeah, not grand for them. But the bottom three, what you might call possible usual suspects of Bournemouth, Crystal Palace and Hull City. On into the player stats, and Simone Zaza is still at the top of the goal-scoring charts, although Marcus Rashford is managing to catch him up just one off the pace. Smalling with a top average rating, which again brings me back to the Romagnoli issue, whether we need him or not. And Juan Mata also with a fantastic average rating of 7.79. Juan Mata at the top of the assists table with 10 assists, which is grand, and Pogba having 3 player of the matches at the moment. Bearing in mind, we did hope Pogba, well, I sort of said it's going to happen, Pogba would end up with a top assist, so I think he's got a lot more work to do. A lot of that's probably down to me because I am trying to play the youngsters, but I think I will start making a concerted effort to ensure I'm playing Paul Pogba where possible. David De Gea with 11 clean sheets, which is unsurprising considering our form in this first half of this season. So yeah, we had a quick look at that. I thought we had to, it's been a while, but what we'll do now is we'll head over to match day and we'll see the lineups. So on to the team sheet, guys, and we will start with the home team. And of course, we are playing at the Emirates today, so it is Arsenal. And they've got Petr Cech in net with Monreal, Koscielny, Mustafi and Bellerin at the back. Ramsey and Cazorla in the middle with Sanchez, Ozil and Arda Turan sat behind Mauro Icardi. Arsenal's squad not changing that much from last season. Arsenal did, of course, give us a bit of a kicking at the back end of the year last year, and they will be in a position to do it today with that team there. It's a strong team, I believe. So we go on to our team choices today, and we have De Gea in the sticks with Alaba, Bailly, Smalling and Darmian making up the defence. Herrera in the advanced playmaker role because Pogba is suspended due to picking up 5 yellow cards. Renato Sanchez playing the supportive role and Fosu Mensah in the defensive role. One thing I did say that the Fosu Mensah did score a goal, of course, in the game against Hull, I believe it was, and it was a bit of a worldie. He went on to score another goal in the Newcastle game. I got that excited talking about Zlatan Ibrahimovic that I forgot to tell you that he did score a worldie in that game. Juan Mata will play the Trequartista role and Zlatan Ibrahimovic starts as a complete forward with Martial playing off him. Martial being maybe my second choice against Rashford at the moment, but Martial had a bit of a thing last year against Arsenal and managed to score a lot of goals, so I want to hope that he can continue that form into the new season. So we'll move on to Roy's team talks. I can guarantee you he's already going to tell us to hard tackle Ozil. Yeah, a hell of a lot of hard tackling going on here. I like what you're doing today, Roy. And as we head into the team talk, guys, we are going to tell the guys to pick up where they left off last time out because they did play very well against Newcastle. And it's picked up some motivation, but as we always do, we want that motivation to go throughout the rest of the team. So we will fudge it where we can. A little bit of have faith in your ability. As you can see, Herrera is a little bit jaded. Matt Sharpness not quite all the way there, so we will keep an eye on him as the game progresses. But let's get into the live comp. So for 1 minute in, guys, Arsenal have already got a highlight here as Alexis on the edge of the box. Mensah gets it clear only as far as Monreal, and Ozil takes a shot. Arsenal showing early attacking intent, 71% possession in the first few minutes. Let's see if this is going to be a good game. There's Herrera now on the edge of the box. He's picked it up, he's whipped one back in. It's landed with Ibrahimovic. Knocks it back to Mensah. Mensah's, I thought Mensah was going to let another one rip. That's where he's been scoring from. Those 2 goals over the last 3 games that he's picked up were from that position. So I was hoping there. Mata whips it in. It's come out to Herrera. Fosu Mensah now. Ozil, who may not see the game out with that injury. It's Icardi now. Icardi has been set free on his own. He's been pushed wide. Very well played by Darmian. Forces him out wide on the pitch to get him away from the goal. Did enough. It's Cech now. Out to Monreal. Alexis plays it forward to Icardi again. Icardi keeps trying to beat that back line and he does beat it. It's 1-0 to Arsenal. I think we might have to sit a little bit deeper here. Icardi's managed to get through twice. So we need to keep that tight. As Icardi here puts it down to De Gea's Oh, well, went round the outside of De Gea. How that didn't get caught out by De Gea, I'll never know. But it's 1-0 Arsenal. We will take a quick look at our instructions. Have the guys sit slightly deeper. With a little bit of luck, Icardi won't try and make them breaking runs past our defence, and I might even go on to a few more opposition instructions on him just shortly. We'll just see how it plays out for the rest of this half. It's Martial now to Mata, Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic to Martial. Oh, it's gone wide. It's gone wide. That's going to be clear cut. Jesus Christ. Nothing winds me up more. We're 35 minutes in now, guys. We are managing to get a little bit more of the game. Alaba picks up a booking. Whipped in by Bellerin, but De Gea's caught it. It's out with Alaba now. To Herrera. Forward to Mata. Ibrahimovic. Back out to Alaba. Alaba tries getting up the wings. Played it into Mata. It's Ibrahimovic now. To Sanchez. Sanchez plays it to Martial. Plays in Mata. Saved by Petr Cech. That's another clear-cut chance. This is not going well, guys. Not going well at all. It's Mata whips it in. Herrera's managed to gather it. Gives it Fosu So will he shoot? He's not going to. He's turned backwards. It's Mata now. Into Ibra. And to Herrera. Herrera still had it. He played it forward. He couldn't get it round the defence. It's Alaba now. To Bailly. Out to Smalling. End of the highlight. Jesus Christ almighty. Herrera. It's gone in. It's gone in, guys. I didn't even commentate that much on that. Herrera with a shot. It did look like it deflected. I don't know who's going to be credited this goal here. As we can see, Mata floats across out to the edge of the area. Herrera hits it. Koscielny completely nods it into his own goal. And yeah, we'll take it though. 1-1, guys. We might get back in this here. It's Bellerin now. With a cross, Smalling nods it out. Goes as far as Ozil, who is now knackered, it has to be said. Sanchez. Picked up by De Gea. What's good to see, guys, as we're heading into the final stages of the first half, is Icardi, since we dropped the line deeper, hasn't managed to break through. So that's it, guys. We are going to head into half-time. And Herrera did get credited with the goal, which is a little bit of a surprise. His shot, of course, was on target. But the change in the direction caused by Koscielny's interception really made me think it was going to be an OG. So I'm not going to give the guys a bit of stick. Normally I'd say, oh, you're playing crap and try and fire them up. But I'm actually going to tell them I'm happy with the performance so far because they have played pretty well. Martial maybe with that clear-cut chance. Mata had one as well. A little bit disappointing that we didn't manage to bag a goal off either of them. But we are away at the Emirates and Arsenal have been on quite a stride this Premier League season. So here's hoping. So it's Bellerin now. It's Cazorla. It's fell out and it's Ibrahimovic will try and release Mata. Mata's going to send it for Martial, but Martial wasn't making the right moves. I think I'm going to pull Martial off in a second and bring Rashford on because he just doesn't seem to be at the races today, you know. It's Darmian now to Sanchez. Martial does play Ibrahimovic in this time. Ibrahimovic with a shot from distance. It does go wide of the post. I think Cech had it covered anyway, but Ibra's showing a little bit of attacking intent. It's Darmian to Sanchez. Ibrahimovic. Darmian now. To Ibra again. Ibra will shoot, hopefully. Oh, it came back. Mata managed to pull off another shot, but unfortunately, still 1-1, guys. It's Alexis now. Sanchez plays it through to Welbeck. Welbeck does have a habit of scoring against us. It was a save by De Gea. You can just tell you now, Welbeck will score. I can feel it. It's Arda Turan with a corner. It's Ramsey now. Turan's got the ball again. Whips it in. Ramsey's picked it up on the edge. Turan. Ramsey. Oh. Just put wide of the post, guys. Maybe saved a little blushes there. But nonetheless, as I say, I'm probably going to start looking at making a change. As Icardi now plays in Turan. Turan's had to play it out wide as Bellerin. Bellerin will get a crossover there. And Danny Welbeck, like I said, threatening again. Going to make a quick sub, guys. I do want to remove Martial, bring on Rashford, and hopefully look to get Rashford in the back like Icardi's been doing to us. 60 minutes in, guys, and it's quite possibly the most even game we've had in the Premier League in what has been months. It really, really is. Currently running around 53% possession for us, but the shots on target, everything is so similar. As Rashford plays in Mata, 2-1, get in there. Rashford being the difference. He's only just come on the pitch. Managed to play it into Mata. He was on a blistering run through the middle here. We ended up with 3-on-2. Look at that. Amazing ball. Mata, cool, calm, collected finish, as you expect to see from Juan. And 2-1 United. Come on now. It's Monreal to Wilshere. Coughlin's on the ball again. He's looking at playing Welbeck. I can see Welbeck trying to make a move, but it goes out to Bellerin. Coughlin to Ramsey. Wilshere. Sanchez. Alaba plays it back to De Gea, nice and calm. It's gone out as far. It's Rashford now to Ibra. Ibra has the ball took off him. Maybe Ibra's getting a bit tired now. He's played a couple of games on the bounce. Of course he is. No spring chicken anymore. It's Bailly on the ball. Fosu-Mensah. And that's the end of the highlight, guys. We are running into the 70th minute. I'll maybe look at making changes after this corner as Wilshere just tests De Gea again. It has to be said that David De Gea has kept us in this today. He's made 3 fantastic saves. 1 against Wilshere there and 2 against Danny Welbeck. He is playing an absolute blinder with Welbeck again now. Welbeck's trying to get round. He has made a cross, but it was poor. It's gone straight to De Gea. We will get a chance to make a substitution now. Smalling on 72%, which I don't like to see. We'll put Blind back there. And we will also bring on, it's got to be Memphis. We will switch Rashford and Memphis because Rashford can play the complete forward role a little bit better than Memphis can. Keep Memphis up the top. And hopefully try and find ourselves another goal here to give us a little bit more of a cushion. It's Blind now to Herrera. This has to be said as well, guys. It's the first time I've played Blind at the back. Hoping it won't bite me in the arse, but Smalling was getting tired, and I don't want to see a tired defender when we have someone like Icardi who's been trying to break that back line as often as he has. Sanchez now to Wilshere. Icardi. Mustafi. What's gone on? Mustafi offside. Arsenal starting to pile the pressure on. They're getting in our final third a lot more than what has to be said anyone has done this season. And if we manage to come away with a win here, it'll have to be considered a great, great result. 85th minute now, guys. Sanchez to Coughlin. Memphis now. Memphis, first time on the ball in the highlights. Rashford plays in Mata. Memphis is moving into the middle. Memphis, and it's a save by Petr Cech. Mata with a great ball, managed to play Memphis in. Memphis couldn't quite get it round Cech. It's come out now. It's with Darmian off the corner. Blind. Blind's lost out. Blind's lost the ball. This could be trouble. It's Ramsey now to Icardi. Icardi's played it over to Wilshere. It's Jack Wilshere. Save again by Dave. What a cracker of a save. He is having an absolute belter of a game. It's Wilshere again now to Sanchez. Wilshere. Wilshere again. Saved by De Gea. My man of the match by far. Dave the Saver has been absolutely top class today. But he's still got more work to do as Welbeck puts it wide. Wow. Ramsey again. Arsenal still on this relentless attack. It has been put out for a corner. Arsenal's corner. We're on the 87th minute. Be a bit gutting to concede now. Sanchez whips it in. Koscielny. Wilshere's on the ball again. Wilshere's had a good game for Arsenal today, it has to be said. There's Darmian. Well, Sanchez flagged offside. Darmian, stripped the ball off him anyway. It wouldn't have mattered. We're heading into the final 2 minutes now, guys. We are on the ball with Memphis Depay to Herrera, Renato Sanchez to Rashford. Rashford lays an easy shot down to Cech. 1 minute and a half left, and Arsenal will try and push for this goal here, try and take a point away. It's Mata now. Has the ball cleared out by Mustafi. It hopefully will be the end of the game this now, guys. I have set them to contain just for the last couple of minutes, hoping to take this 3 points. But a cracking game it has been as well. As Bellerin now doesn't do nothing with it. It's Mensah into Renato. Renato loses out. He's doing it all the time. Icardi. Welbeck. Welbeck forces yet another save from David De Gea. End-to-end stuff. Well, not end-to-end stuff. All at our end stuff. But nonetheless, De Gea has been amazing. And we've won, guys, 2-1. And what a game. De Gea only playing a 7.7, which I cannot believe. I'm going to calmly tell them that they've done well. It was a good win. But De Gea, for me, although the performance wasn't there, I'm going to tell him his performance was very good. He played an absolute belter. So rather than going to the full league, guys, we'll just take a look here. That does put us 15 points clear before Christmas, which is insane. It really, really is. I'm going to take a punt there that we've pretty much already won the league, which is shocking at this time at Christmas. But maybe Arsenal are going to make a bit more of an effort in the back end of the season. They played well against us, and I think in another day they would have probably beat us 4-1, 4-2. It was a good effort by Arsenal, but unfortunately they couldn't get the result. What we'll do now, guys, take a look at the schedule for the next episode, so I'll see you there. So what we'll do in the next episode, guys, it will be a cup double. We will have the Wigan away tie in the FA Cup, and then we'll have the first of the semi-final legs against Stoke in the EFL semi-final. So yeah, thanks very much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. I hope to see you in the next episode. I've been Teach FM. I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.